Hello and thank you for watching my video. My name is Astrid Krasnici. I'm certified Cisco CCNA and CCNP trainer. Now we are moving to section 1.4, the change in network environment. This is part of chapter 1, exploring the network, which is CCNA semester 1, introduction to network. Now new trends. You must have heard these trends now these days. Bring your own device, BYOD, online collaboration, video, and cloud computer. Bring your own device is like, okay, well, I can take any device, I can use any device to access my data. My data is stored in the cloud, for example, Google Drive or Dropbox or so on, then I can access it from anywhere. As long as I have access to the internet, mobile device or any device, I will be able to access my data. Online collaboration means like, okay, well, we use, for example, we work with a group to achieve something that we some projects that we're working on. Video communication is like what you're doing now. You're watching a video, you're learning from my YouTube videos. Okay, and then we have a cloud computing where you have services where people, well, the companies will allow you to use their services, so you don't have to purchase physical devices. For example, you don't have to purchase servers or anything. You can use in the cloud. You can use day services. So bring your own device means that any device with any ownership used anywhere. For example, in the past, a student who needed to access the campus network or the internet had to use one of the school's computers. These devices were typically limited and seen as tools only for work done in the classroom or in the library. Extended connectivity through mobile and remote access to the campus network gives the students tremendous flexibility and more learning opportunities for the student. They can access any device with any ownership used anywhere. Online collaboration is defined as the act of working with another or others on a joint project. Benefits we can have for this is improved customer satisfaction, increased communication choices, optimize team performance, enable mobile, improve organization communication, transform training and events, improve facility management. For example, I don't know, like there's a company here called Which that tests everything, and they work with the companies to improve customer satisfaction, increase communication with the customers, and so on. That's your online collaboration. Video communication. Another trend in networking that is critical in the communication and collaboration effort is the video. Video is being used for communication, collaboration, and entertainment. Video calls are becoming more popular. Facilitate communication as part of the human network. Video calls can be made to and from anywhere within the internet with the internet connection, including from home or at work. One thing that comes to mind now is like a Skype. You can make a Skype phone call to anyone, anywhere, as long as there's internet connection, and a good quality as well. Cloud computing. Cloud computing offers the following potential benefits: organization flexibility, agility, rapid deployment, reduces cost of infrastructure, refocus of IT resources, and creation of new business models. For example, if we open a brand new business today, we don't have to worry right away, think, okay, well, we need to buy 2-3 servers, we need to buy so many different kind of like resources that we're going to use. So we don't need to buy any physical resources. We can use other companies offering services. For example, we can use a server. Some companies offering for like 50 cents now. We can use a server, like a proper Active Directory, DNS, DHCP server for 50 cents an hour. That's very little. So for our business, we don't have to invest like in thousands of pounds to buy new servers and start configuring them just to use them. So when we open a business, we can use these. We have other things to think of. We can use the cloud services for that reason. Data centers. The data center is a facility used to house computer system and associated components, including redundant data communication connections, high-speed virtual servers, sometimes referred to as farms or server cluster, redundant storage system, so we talked about SAN before, redundant or backup power supplies, environment control, air conditioning, fire suppression, and security devices. This is what data center, I think, is Cisco's data center. And technology trends in the home. Networking trends are not only affecting the way that we communicate at work, at school, they're also changing just about every aspect of the home. The newest home trends include smart home technology. Smart home technology is the technology that is integrated into everyday appliances, allowing them to interconnect with other devices, making them more smart or automated. Now we can control from a mobile device. I can control my TV, I can control my heating system, I can control, no, I can't control my fridge, but it's becoming. I've seen some fridges with IP addresses. Powerline networking. Powerline networking is an emerging trend of home networking that uses existing electrical wiring to connect devices. The concept of no new wires means the ability to connect a device to the network wherever there is an electrical outlet. Because electricity uses the copper. So if we have because we have copper in our house, we don't have to put another copper cable to send the signal from one side of the house to the other side of the house. Okay, so we can use our already laid cable, electrical outlet there, to send the signal. This saves the cost of installing data cables and without any additional cost to the electrical bill. Using the same wiring that delivers electricity, Powerline networking sends information by sending data on certain frequencies, similar to the same technology used for DSL. So we are using the electrical cable to send similar frequency data on the DSL, the DSL it uses. Okay, well, I'm thinking of telling you some story. That's why I'm lost in here. What I'm trying to tell you is I was working once in this library, and in this library you could not even have blue tack, sellotape in the wall, let alone drill something in the wall. And we had to put a connection from one room to another room. And there's no way we could do it, because obviously through the door we couldn't do it because we had to lock the door. So the best way we found, it was a new technology then, it was this, Powerline networking, right? Use our electrical outlets to connect, and it was working really, really fast and very good. Wireless broadband, these are wireless internet service providers, or WISPs, is ISPs that connect subscriber to designated access point or hotspot using similar wireless technology found in home wireless local area network, or WLANs. WISPs are more common found in rural environment where DSL or cable services are not available. So I use wireless ISPs to connect to the broadband onto the internet. Here in London, they're not as popular. I mean, I've seen some in central London where you can subscribe to a wireless internet service provider, but not as popular as DSL or cable. Security threats. The most common external threats to the network include viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. A virus will come up, for example, when you download some executables and you execute the executable file, and that file could be infected with a virus. Worms, they will replicate through using the emails. So they will replicate it and they will send themselves the email. Trojan horse, it will be part of the application, right? Is hidden part of the application. For example, you download an application from the internet and you're using it and it works 100%. You don't see any problem whatsoever with it. But Trojan horse is like creates a backdoor for the hacker to connect to your computer. So that's why, even though the application they do look like they're working as they should, they open the backdoor for the hackers. Spyware and adware, these are like a annoying kind of like an adware that you can see on the screen, trying to pretend that they are giving information, good, useful information for you. But what they're doing is trying to steal information on the site. Then we have a zero-day attack, also called a zero-hour attack. These attacks are, for example, say that me and you, we decide to create a virus. Nobody in the world is going to know what's in our brain. What are we thinking? Now, when we release that virus is called a zero-hour attack. Many devices like IPS or IDS, they will see the behavior of the virus and they will be able to protect us from there. But the first release, the right away released, or as soon as it's released, that virus is called a zero-hour attack. Hacker attack is when somebody connects to your network, the unauthorized user trying to connect to your network. Denial of service or DOS attack is when you when they stop a service being available for legitimate users. For example, say that you're upset with a company abc.com and you want to abc.com to not be able to be online, and what you're going to try and do is denial of service attack. So that's a goal. Okay, a single denial of service is really hard to accomplish, Not I'm saying that you should try it, but it's quite hard for anyone to do denial of service. But the second method is distributed denial of service, DDoS, and that's a bit more scary, because if someone has actually released some application that, say, thousands and thousands of people, they download it and they installed it, they open a backdoor for the attacker. That attacker can do a distributed denial of service using all those machines that's been infected. All those machines are called zombies, another word for them. Then we have a data interception and theft. These are for you on your public network. Somebody can intercept your data and steal it. And the last one, and the scariest one, is identity theft. Identity theft is, well, you should be worried for that. The solutions that we have for this, the security solution, we have an antivirus and anti-spyware. It's not enough just to download the antivirus and install it. The antivirus needs to be downloaded, installed, and updated every day. There's new viruses, so you should be updating the antivirus and anti-spyware every day, or sometimes even every hour. The updates. And leave it to default; it will do it itself. Firewall filtering, so we can use a firewall. We can filter data or packets. A dedicated firewall system. These are like actually hardware who are like transparent to the packet, to the users. They will sit on the middle of the conversation, and they will read all the packets, making sure that there's no virus. There's no like a virus-looking data or virus-looking packets, because they all have a similar signature. The viruses will have a similar signature, where the firewall and intrusion prevention system will be able to identify it. And we have an access control list where we can define, like with IP addresses or port numbers, where some packets are allowed to go and where are not allowed to go. And then another security solution that we can have is virtual private network. So we can use our public network, for example Broadband, and we can create within the Broadband, we can create a tunnel, which is a virtual private network, or VPN. Now we'll show you a demonstration on how to use a network shell utility, NetSH, for example, to change the IP address of one of these my virtual machines. Now this utility is very good. For example, if you want to use a command prompt to assign IP addresses or anything, something like that. For this, I'm going to use a VMware machine. I've got PCA here installed on the VMware. This is Windows 7. It's a virtual machine, right? Now, how to install these machines on the VMware? There's another videos and another course. We have to start the command prompt. Now, press type CMD on the run. That will start the command prompt. Now, for this, really, you want to have an administrator rights, yeah? So you don't just click on it. You right-click, and then you say run as administrator. Now, once the command prompt opens, you can see the path where you are. You are at the C drive, /Windows / System32. And it's waiting for you to enter the commands. Now the command that we want to start with is netshell. So netsh, press enter. Now you can see the prompt has changed. So it says netsh. Now to see what commands are available here, press a question mark and hit enter. Quite a few commands available in netshell. So you can do quite a lot of configuration from this command prompt. But what we want to do is something to do with the interfaces, right? We want to assign IP address to our interface, Ethernet interface. So interface, and space, question mark. So make sure that you put the space there. There's a space here, and then the question mark. These are the commands that start with interface. So we have quite a few different commands that we can run with the interface. What we want to do, we want to assign IPv4 address to our interface, right? So again, we have to type it. I can use up arrow to bring me the last command I typed, and hit backspace, IPv4, and then question mark, and press enter. These are the commands. They start with this interface IPv4, and then we can do add, delete, dump, help, install, reset, set, and so on. Right. What we want to do is we want to say ipconfig. Let's just see what IP address we have first. So I'm going to exit the netshell, and to see what address that we have is command ipconfig, right? Now ipconfig. Okay. Now we can see that the local area adapter is called local area connection 2, and the IP address that we have is 192.168.1.10. This is the gateway, right? This looks like it's been statically assigned. So if I want to see that, ipconfig all, right? It's a bit more information now it's going to explain to us, but we want to see if it's DHCP enabled, and it's not, right? Which means that all this information that we have here are statically defined. Okay, excellent. What we want to do is we want to change this from 192.168.50.1 or 50.10. Okay, let's change that. Let's change it to that. So net sh, then we do interface IPv4, and then question mark to see what we can do here. I'm going to say, okay, I want to add this, yeah? So I want to add IP address. So in up arrow to get the command back, and add space question mark. Okay, what we can do here? We can add address, we can add the DNS server, we can have a neighbor, we can add root, win servers, and so on. Now hit up arrow and add address. The thing is here, we need to know what is the name of our network interface, yeah? So for that, we actually need to see it. So interface IPv4 show address. Now this explains what is the name of ours. So the name is local area connection 2. Okay, that interface I want to change IP address. So if I repeat the command I did already, interface IPv4 add address, and then I'll just paste that. What I copy, I marked it, hit enter, that will copy it. Now I can just paste it, right click and paste, right? Now interface IPv4 add address on this local area connection 2. The address that we want to add is 192.168.50.10, and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, hit enter, didn't give us any errors, which means it worked very well. Okay, so if I exit here and then ipconfig /all. Now what I see here, I got two addresses. I got the address that I typed, right, and the address that it has already been there, right? So I want to remove that address, yeah? So I go to net sh again, and then interface question mark. What can we do here? Okay, IPv4. So interface IPv4 question mark. In here I can say delete, right? So I want to say up arrow IPv4 delete, right? And then right click again, delete address. Okay, so let's see a question mark. Is it coming? Do we need address? Yes. IPv4 delete address, right click there and paste on that interface. Do I have it here? No, it's gone. Okay, so let's see it again, right? Interface IPv4 show address. Okay, here again I can highlight my interface, the name of the interface, hit enter, that will copy, delete address, and then right click, paste it, and then I want to delete this address, 192.168.1.10. so 192.168.1.10, and subnet mask is /24 or 255.255.255.0. Hit enter and it works very well. So now if I run the command again, show address, I see only one, the one that I typed, 192.168.50.10. Okay, now I'm gonna, if you look at it, the gateway is wrong, it's in different network. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that gateway. So interface IPv4, okay, question mark here, add, so interface IPv4 add, and then address, and then question mark here. So if you look at the question mark here, it's telling me that I can add quite a lot of stuff. I can add the name, I can add the address, mask, but I'm looking for gateway. This IPv4 address of the default gateway to add. And then kind of like an example is telling you how to add the gateway, right? So let me do that. So write down interface IPv4 add address, and then can I paste it? Do I still have it in memory? No, it's all gone. Okay, so interface IPv4 show address. Okay, so if I just copy that again, so mark this, right, enter to copy. So interface IPv4, add address, and then paste this, and gateway equals to 192.168.50.50.1 gateway metric, so GW metric equals 2. Okay, so if I run the command again, interface IPv4 show address, I can see that I got my new gateway here, default gateway. Okay, thank you for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe and have a look at other videos, and please keep in touch. This has been Astrid Krasniqi. Thank you very much and goodbye.